Hey planner friends, I am so excited to be back with you. I know it has been quite some time since I have done a budget video, but honestly, the last one blew me away with the amount of response that it got, and it's been a week, or it's been a month. It's been a month, right? So, but everything is going amazing, and I want to just thank every single one of you that has left amazing responses on my other two budget videos. Updating, I want to do a whole update. This is going to be like closing out April and getting April ready, and then I will have May done for you also. As of right now, my husband is getting his unemployment. I think that's where I left you off last time, is we hadn't gotten unemployment yet. Or we had just gotten our first dibs on the check. So I think we had only gotten one check, which was just the $360. Yeah, I think we had gotten, okay, so let's back up. So we had gotten these two checks, which was back pay for 1 week in March, and then for this week. At this point, we've obviously gotten paid again. We here in Michigan get paid every 2 weeks, one for the week before and one for the week of. So that's how ours comes. It usually comes, if you certify a Monday, it comes by Wednesday. So that is everything. As a recap, I did apply for a mortgage deferment. We did not get that. We got a forbearance, but I didn't even sign up for that. I didn't want a forbearance. That just means that you don't have to pay your mortgage for 3 months, but it is due in 3 months, like all three of those payments. So that it wasn't going to help the situation at all. But they are not charging you late fees, and they are not obviously counting it against you if you are late. So we just took that pretty much and ran with it. Our one car payment that is our big car payment, the Acadia, is in deferment for 2 months. So we only have 1 more month that is in deferment. I will probably call and see if we can get 1 more month out of that, just to help us out a little bit more, since it's now carrying out into the end of May. Yeah, and that's about it. Other than that, you can kind of see everything else that is going on, because I think I updated all of the other bills in the last video that I did, and I'll link that up here or down here in the comments. So I just want to go through everything has been paid since we are at the end. We are now actually into May. I'm late on this. It has taken me a little bit to kind of want to face all the bills and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm just being completely transparent in this. There was a point for like 2 weeks that I couldn't look at the bills any longer. I've also been trying to figure out a little bit better of a way to kind of do this. So that's kind of where I was at with that also, and tracking everything. So we have decided, obviously, we will be living completely off of my husband's unemployment. Now that in that first video, there wasn't even a talk of getting $600 extra for the pandemic. So now that we are getting that extra $600 on top of the $362, that is amazing. I believe it only goes until the end of July, or it will get real again after that, but I'm trying to save for that. So I have now filed for unemployment now that self-employed people can file for unemployment, and I am receiving that. I am receiving the reduced amount of $160 a month, plus the $600. That was probably the other reason I didn't quite do a budget video. I just felt a little weird about it. I know we shouldn't be feeling weird about it in this day and age, but I did. We are putting all of that into savings, guys. We are trying to pay every bill, with just his unemployment, because we don't know what our future is going to hold. Since my husband was not just furloughed, he was completely let go. The business that he worked for has completely shut down. They're not coming back. We don't know what our future holds. So we are in a little bit of a different place than a lot of people on unemployment right now. I know a lot of people just don't know when they're going to be going back to work, but they do know that unemployment is going to be as long as they don't have to work. But for us, my husband isn't going back to work. So he's going to have to find another job, and obviously, to try and find another job that replaces almost a $60,000 job, it might be a little rough coming back from this. So We are still keeping our high hopes and getting all of the resumes out. We've heard back from a few people, but it is just hearing back saying, hey, we'll call them back when everybody gets out of this type kind of thing. So, unfortunately, we're not getting anywhere. So we're trying to just enjoy our time together as a family right now and get through all this. So this is April. Like I said, I didn't do much in April. I literally just like 2 days ago went through and paid bills. I figured it was probably about time. Again, it is tough. So, okay. So I'm going to go through and put when we got paid, and how much we got paid, because at that beginning, it was a little weird because things were coming through, differently and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, we are just trying to be smart about things and making sure that everything will be good for the future in case things do get rough in the future. So, all right, so there is that. I think that's it. I also did get my back unemployment all the way here. But again, like I said, my whole check is just getting put into savings. So it's not even hitting this account. We are just literally putting all that into savings so that we can either get a whole month ahead on bills if we come out of this and he does get a job. We can get a whole month ahead and be safe and everything else, because obviously we are gearing up for maybe this to happen again in the fall, or we will have money set aside if he unfortunately does not get a job and things kind of get crazy from here on out. So, okay, so on the 13th, he ended up getting that extra $600 from that. So that's what came in here. And then the 22nd is the one for 2 weeks, and we got paid $19.24. Okay, so there's that. I ended up paying all of these, so I just wanted to check all of those off. And I have decided that I believe I'm going to start a transaction log to track each little payment, because right now we're not using any cash, and I might actually go back to cash envelopes for May. I know that a lot of you don't believe in the cash envelopes right now. That's just a preference, so we're not going to get into all that. Anyways, just a preference. So okay, so this is April. I'm going to check off the ones that we paid, and then okay, so then I'm going to fill in these weekly check-ins also. You'll see that once we did start getting paid and we realized we were going to be okay, there is a few more transactions. Anyway, so yes, so I wanted to kind of I'm going to finish this out and then move on to May, because April was kind of a jacked up month. So that's why I'm like, I still don't know what I want to kind of do. Anyways, so week 3. So I really wasn't writing. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what I was doing at this point. So pretty much we were still just spending on groceries. We did, like I said, have a couple of outings. We did treat our children to a couple of things, and we did treat ourselves to one meal out. We did. That's our decision, not anybody else's. That's how I'm taking that. Okay, so groceries for that one. So there was Aldi, $2.21, and then Meijer. Guys, we've been spending so much on groceries. It's kind of crazy. So groceries, we ended up spending, I thought we could keep it low. No. There is just too many people in this household to feed. And that's the plain of that. I must have read on it. Okay. So we had already spent $148 and $83. Add another. Ouch. Onto that, we had only a $31.54 remaining. So I'm gonna minus $31.54. So we had went over $225 so far and 14 cents. Ouch. Okay, and then all I had else was unbudgeted, which I think I'm going to go out more on this in May, because we'll just have a bit more to work with in May. Okay, so I have one there of 147. And then our Little Caesars, which was 32. That was where we splurged and got ourselves a pizza night. And then I had an Amazon. Oh, that Amazon order was given back to me. Nope, we only had an unbudgeted of $1.47 in this week. 63.98 plus 147 is 65.45. Okay, and then this is why I think I'm going to do a little bit different in May, because I want to see more of the actual spending. So just in April, we didn't have much spending, to tell you the honest truth. Okay, so groceries. All right, did we have any more groceries? Jeez, we probably shouldn't, but we probably did. Okay, on the 20th. So we had no more groceries. Good job for us. We spent 0, so we're still at $25.14. Unbudgeted, we had a few, it looks like, though. My computer cord to my computer went out. We had a few unbudgeted Amazon orders. Let's see. My son needed like headphones for homeschooling, all that kind of stuff. $11.50 at Dollar Tree. That's it. So another 77. Oops. 15 plus 65.45. That is the first time I've ever seen my pen smear. Yeah, these weekly check-ins, like I said, are going to be looking a bit different next month. So it is what it is. And April 26th through. All right, so we had a Walmart order. But a lot of it was not grocery, and I did not split it up. We had to buy some rugs. We had to buy, we had crazy ants in here. We had to buy like ant cleaner, and we had to do some stuff for our puppy. So like only 100 of it was actual food. So I am going to put 100. The rest of it, and actually I shouldn't have done that, but I think that was it. Yep. And we didn't have any other grocery. I don't know exactly, but literally half of it was not groceries. We just had some things that came up. So 325.14, and so then unbudgeted is going to be that 100. Y'all are probably like, oh my gosh, they spent like out of control. And really, we did, but we didn't. Like, literally, we went to like things that we had to have. So 75. I have no idea what this $41 charge is at a gas station, because we didn't buy any gas. I'll have to check my husband about that one. Okay, and then we had another 106 of unbudgeted. Ouch. Okay. 249.58. So, like I said, when you do a budget, you have a budget. You blow it, you blow it. But literally, I mean, that's everything. Unbudgeted was anything that like was not groceries pretty much this time around, because we didn't have a budget for anything. So obviously we blew that. Our budget was 200 and we went to 525. Ouch. 525.14. We spent too much in groceries. So we were plus 325. 14. Gas, we did nothing. So we still have, actually this should be negative, shouldn't it be? So we still have 50 there. Okay, so the actual was 5, 25, 14. And this was 3, 25, 14 plus 50. Minus 50. Minus. Sorry. Okay, so we were negative 275.14. Now I needed to go over here because, okay, so Culligan actually only ended up being $7 because we turned in a bunch of bottles. Who knew? So that took off, and we need to minus a 30 from that. I didn't leave room to do this, which was really silly of me. I ended up paying Sprint. What did I end up paying Sprint? Okay, DirecTV, that's the other one. DirecTV, yep, that ended up being 73. That one I knew. Okay, it's just Sprint. And I think I was wrong on this. It's 165. So 165. And I ended up giving car insurance 130. So, and what did I end up giving consumers? 180. This though has to change though. Okay. So I ended up not putting any of my variable income in here because we got more from unemployment than what I expected. So I ended up putting nothing in there from that. Our rollover was still 428 from the month before. We ended up getting 362 plus 362 plus 600 plus 1924. So the unemployment actually, and nope, this is actually wrong too because one of those was for last month. Minus 362. Okay, so unemployment actually was 2886 plus the 428. So our actual was actually 3,314. Pretty crazy. Okay, minus 2326. So we had about $988 to work with that we didn't expect to have. Up here, 3. That was the budget. The actual for all of that was 118 plus 180 plus 80 plus 165 plus 230 plus 7 plus 1299 plus 7319. And actually I went ahead and paid another 50 on the water bill also. And yeah, so we did that. So the actual fixed came out to be 16, 15, 18, and then the variable came out to be 525, 14. So we still have $1,173.68 left. So that was our balance. Everything else I'm just moving into savings. So that in May we are going to be starting at 0, so we're not going to have rollovers and all of that kind of stuff, because we are currently saving every penny at this point that we can possibly save. We are so very thankful that unemployment is giving us the extra $600. It is saving our butt right now. And that's pretty much where I'm going to leave April. April was crazy. April was unprecedented, but we got everything paid. The only thing we did not pay was our truck payment. But at the looks of this, I'm going to set the $400 aside, so that we have extra payments when it does come out of deferment, and it won't kill us once the $600 stops for unemployment and we go back down to just $362 a month. So we also, I know there's going to be a lot of questions on the stimulus. We have not received our stimulus yet. We don't plan on receiving it until like June or July, as we don't have direct deposit set up through the IRS at this point. And I don't feel comfortable putting it in there and all that other stuff. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable. We will wait for our paper check. So thank you guys so much for being here. Definitely hit that subscribe button if you are new here, and the like button if you loved this video. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the May one.